Thank you, Denise. I have a confession. I'm going to jail tomorrow. Yes. Wait a minute. The problem is, it's all your fault. You sent me there. It's Richard's fault, and Linda's fault, and Max's fault. And who else? Hyatt's fault. That's right. And Max. Don't forget Max. He did it. You see, several months ago, I've heard speeches from these folks about going to jail. I'm thinking to myself, what in the world are they thinking? Good, upstanding folks going to prison. And then there was something that Linda had mentioned that really struck a chord with me. She said it wasn't so much what I could do for them, it was what they did for me. And that just never got out of my head. And I pride myself on never being afraid of anything. I've bungee jumped, parachuted, went to live with a host family so I could learn a second language. I mean, nothing scares me. But prison. That scares me, okay? Because anything can happen. Things do happen in prison. Things, scary things, right? Why would anyone want to go to prison? Is it the socially responsible thing to do? I'm not exactly for sure about that. But it might be because at heart, I'm a scientist. I want to know why. Why would you want to go to prison? What could you possibly learn from these folks? Could I teach them something? I'd like to think that I could. But Linda said something that really struck a chord with me. I learned something from them. How could I possibly learn anything from folks that are incarcerated? Wow. That's a challenge. That's really throwing up the gauntlet, isn't it? Right. So who would voluntarily go put themselves behind bars? and learn something new, something that's scary, putting yourself in a scary situation. Well, I'm not going to back down. I'm going to take on the challenge. I'm going to learn something. And as Richard said in a speech that he gave, stretch, challenge yourself. This is a big challenge for me. I have to admit, I'm scared. Going behind bars, I know that I'm going to be coming back. I mean, these folks have come back, right? I want to come back. And besides, this is a two-part speech. This is the before prison, and there's going to be an after prison speech. There's going to be an after prison speech. But the bigger question is the culture. What's the whole idea about prison? That's what really fascinates me. I ask the questions and I don't have the answers. Why do we have so many folks behind bars? I don't understand. It's that little dirty secret that we don't want to talk about. I mean, they're bad people, right? It's nature versus nurture. But I beg to differ. Because I believe that if circumstances were different, I might find myself behind bars, asking myself, how did I get here? I don't know how I got here. Maybe there are those folks that knew how the hell they got there. And that's scary. But there might be some of those folks who thought they made the right choices and they didn't. Maybe it was a slippery slope of little lies here and little stealings there or whatnot. And all of a sudden, wham! The big question hits them and they have to answer truthfully. Maybe they haven't, but maybe it's obvious. I'm behind bars. And now what do? Maybe try and make myself better. And that's what Daybreakers has done for me. It's tried to make me a better person. I think that's what we're all here. We're a family. And under the great Eastern religions, if you really believe that we're all one, I am you and you are I, then I am the person behind the bars. That I could have, under certain circumstances, find myself behind bars and want to get out. Maybe reform myself, be a better person. And under the social contract that we all signed at birth, we have to abide by the rules. I'd like to think I know what the rules are. And maybe I won't be able to impart any kind of wisdom to those folks behind the bars, but I'm not going there for that reason. Because I want to learn from the folks behind bars. I believe that I know myself through other folks. And I've never really wanted to find out who I am as a person by people that are incarcerated. Let's be honest here. What could I possibly learn from folks that are behind bars? But there's something that Linda had put in my brain. It wasn't what I brought to them, it was what they brought to me. So therefore, I'm not going to be afraid. I will go to prison. And I never thought in a million years that becoming Daybreakers member would send me to prison. But know this, that you too might find yourself going to prison.